Okay, go ahead. Tessa Cole. Have you ever wanted to live back in time, what the culture was like, or what the structures you would see? Going back to 2700 BC to the pyramids of Giza. These are part of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Today we call them the Thetema in Greek, or must-sees in English. First, we will talk about the pyramids of Giza in Cairo, Egypt. They were built between 2700 BC and 2500 BC. There are 3 of them, Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure. Khufu is the tallest until the 19th century. These mimicked the sun, the god of sun, Ra, and inside had narrow hallways and hidden chambers. These were to keep grave tumors out, and unfortunately, 200 years later, all the treasure was gone. Next are the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in Al-Hala, Iraq. These are built in 600 BC. These possibly didn't even exist because these weren't in the Babylon history books. But as we know, the king of Babylon built these for his wife to make her feel more at home. These were in the mountains, and the plants watered themselves. The terraces stood 75 feet tall, but it was later broke down in an earthquake in 1st century CE. Next is the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus, Seljuk, Turkey. These were built in 550 BC and 350 BC. This was for the Greek goddess of hunt, Artemis. This had multiple temples and was a portal city to modern-day Turkey. This was burned down on July 21st, 356 BC, the same day as Alexander the Great was born. These were built twice more, and some remnants were found in the 1860s in Castor River. Next is the statue of Zeus in Olympia, Greece. This was built in the mid-5th century BC. This obviously had the god of thunder on it, but the throne was different. It had sphinxes for armchairs, and the head and a chest of a woman with the body lion and the wings from a bird. This had under the temple was struck by lightning, which then was moved to Constantinople and was later destroyed by fire. Next is the tomb of Molossus at Halikarnas, southwestern Turkey. This was ordered after the death of King Molossus of Carnia by his sister Artemisia in 353 BC. This had white marble and mimicked the structures of Egyptian and Greek. It had 60 feet tall stairs, 36 pillars, and a pyramid roof. In the middle was a 4-horse chariot with a total of 135 feet tall. It was later destroyed by a series of earthquakes. You can find some pieces in London's British Museum. Next is the Colossus at Rhodes, Greece. It was built in 3rd and 4th century BC. This had a bronze structure of Helios, the sun god. It stood at 110 feet tall, was the tallest structure in the 7 ancient wonders of the world. This was destroyed under siege, and the Arabs sold the scrap metal, so we don't know exactly what it looks like, but we know the Statue of Liberty kind of mimicked this structure. The last is the Lighthouse of Alexandria. This is the Pharaoh's Island, Alexandria, Egypt, built in 270 BC. This was the world's first lighthouse. It had 3 structures, the square, octagonal, and cylindrical. On the top was either Alexander the Great or Ptolemy II. This had mirrors to guide ships down the Nile River. So why are there 7? The ancient Greek gods had 7 because in astrology you can see 7 objects from the earth. Now we say 7 because it's easy to remember, and some examples are Roy G. Biv has 7 colors, there are 7 rows in the periodic table, and 7 seas in the cultures. Today, there are many wonders. 7 natural wonders of the world. Some include the Grand Canyon, Mount Everest, and Victoria Falls. Mother Nature made these. The next are the 7 new wonders of the world. We voted for these in 2007 with 100 million people. These include the Great Wall of China, Christ the Redeemer from Rio, Machu Picchu, Chichen Itza, Roman Colosseum, Taj Mahal, or Petra. The Travel Channel called these the Great Heritage Spots. Coming to our conclusion, we now know that it is impossible to see all 7 ancient wonders of the world if we lived back then. But learning these can help us understand history more. And on the plus side, we can now see the 7 natural wonders of the world and the 7 new wonders of the world.